so excited for this live today, you guys. It's going to be amazing. We have Veronica Lancet she wrote Fairy Tale. So it's an amazing, amazing book. I'm so excited to have her. I was talking to her just before we went live, and she is cute as a button, and she is the cutest little puppy. So I can't wait for you guys to meet her. And we also have Jenn Bullard. She did Not My Sin, and she's awesome too. Both these authors are signing with us in 2026 at the FanGrrrl event in Orlando. So it's super exciting. And we also have influencer, VIP influencer with the event with us, Jenna, which is Reading Just with Jenna. Jenna, I got this wrong. It's going to be on the thing when we come up, Reading Lust with Jenna, I think. But we'll pull her on here and she will definitely let us know. So here we go, you guys. Here is Veronica.
Hi.
Yay! Here is Reading Lust with Jenna.
I mean, I feel like reading just with Jenna would be a cool handle too.
No, I was like, that's like, it just came off my tongue. And then you know how it is. And you go, and here's Jenn Bullard. Oh my goodness, you
Mhm.
guys, I am so excited. I just thank you so much for being here. Seriously, it's awesome. It's
Yeah,
incredible. We're so excited to have
excited.
you. I know. We have about 130 authors coming to the signing. And we are just
Crazy.
tickled pink that we have Veronica and Jenn with us too. Like it's just dream come true. So exciting. Okay. So what I think what we all want to know for people who are new to you guys, right, is what genres do you write and what are you most known for? What books would you say is kind of maybe your more popular book of all? Because I know both of you have written a bit. So if you could, Veronica, if we could start with you. Sorry, I'm tongue tied tonight. I don't know what is going on. I just need some
Okay, no
water or
worries. Yeah,
something.
so I write mainly dark romance and dark fantasy, and my most known book is Fairy Tale, which was recently re-released with a traditional publisher. So now it's in every bookstore. And I'm super happy about that.
Yay. That's
Oh
exciting.
my gosh, that isn't, I can't even imagine. That must have been just
I
a dream come
know.
true. Like, oh my goodness. So, like in every bookstore, like Barnes and Noble, Books a Million.
Yes.
I found it in my bookstore and I went and I sent her a picture.
Yeah, and I was like, oh my God, if you find it, can you send me a picture? Because I was in Europe all summer, and in Europe it didn't release at the same time. So I literally did not hold a copy until like a couple of days ago in my hands.
That is incredible. It's incredible. You know, next time I'm in the Barnes and Noble, I'm going to be like to the person that works there, she's coming to my signing. She's coming to my signing. That's so exciting.
So
Well, I
funny.
have to say, I had a fangirl moment when you did say you're going to come to the signing because I've seen Fairy Dale recommended in our Facebook group. We have for anyone because we're streaming everywhere. We're streaming like on all the fangirl handles. We're streaming in Veronica's Insta. Did you click go live by any chance, Veronica? You did. Okay. How about you, Jenna? Did you click go
It
live?
didn't work. It's not lit up.
No.
I know. I don't, yeah. It doesn't like me.
Oh no. And I find that if I try to do it after it starts, it's forget about it. It won't work at all.
I tried to like
Okay.
while it was going and then it, yeah, didn't want to go.
Dang. I'm so sorry. Maybe there's a limit
Okay.
to the number of instas on the stream. I don't know. Because we have probably not. I don't know. Anyways, we'll figure out for next time. Sorry about that. Um, but anyway, so and then we're streaming in Jen's Facebook group and then
Mhm.
also Veronica's Facebook group. We're streaming everywhere. So, anyways,
Yeah.
for anyone who's not in the big fantasy group, we have a big romantasy, paranormal romance, urban fantasy Facebook group. And that's the one I was saying that I saw your book in, Veronica, for off and on for several years. I mean, when did you first publish it, Fairy Dale?
In 2022, in August.
Yeah.
So 3 years ago.
Yeah. So I
It's
saw it
crazy.
recommended a bunch, and it's got quite a memorable cover.
Yeah.
Um, I think in a little bit I'll swing back to you and ask you to tell us the story behind your cut. Well, I guess go ahead now if you want to.
Uh,
How did you? Yeah.
so that
Thank
cover
There
you.
you go.
That cover, I remember I saw it as a pre-made and I got it. I was literally like looking for it because the designer wasn't selling it immediately. So when she put it up for sale, I was like, oh my God, I need this. And it was originally for another book. But then, because I don't really plan my books that far in advance, so when the idea popped into my head, I was like, let me see, this cover would be perfect for it.
That's yeah, it's awesome. It's very I mean, I didn't know particularly that it was kind of the genre. I mean, it was just such an unusual cover. It really caught my eye, and I remember seeing it many times. And finally, I tried it. Because like I said, I kept seeing people rave about it in the group, and it is really good, really good. I can see why stores have picked it up. Jen, you're a fan. I can tell you're a fan. You're just like yes, yes, yes. So you guys are like
I got one of the
buddies.
first signed copies. Yeah, I
Oh
got one
Yes,
of
you
Wow.
did.
the first signed copy. So she was trying to figure out like her signing and stuff. So she was like, I'm gonna order an author copy and I'm gonna send it to you. She said, and you get the first signed copy. And I was like, okay. And that's why it's up there. It's the first signed copy. It's fun.
That is amazing. That's awesome. And you guys are good friends, right? The two of you
Hmm.
are buddies.
We talk every day. Even when she's out of the country, we talk every day.
Every day. So
Every day.
you call each other, you voice text, you
We
what
voice
Everything.
text, we're yeah, all of it. We video message.
you
We
video
send each other
too.
videos.
Like FaceTime. So you
Hmm.
guys okay, wow. You guys okay. So how did you become friends? The two of you.
It's really funny. So
Okay.
she was looking for ARC readers, and I was a reader at the time. And I was like, I'll ARC read. And so I did. And then I started beta reading for her. And then I read her entire catalog. And then we became really good friends that way.
Wow. Okay.
I
All
love
right.
that.
Mhm.
That's awesome. And you've been friends since the beginning of Fairy Tale, probably then, right? Like 3 years since you got the first
Before,
sign.
Oh,
before.
Before. Yeah, because Arc.
before.
Hello. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yes.
so I
Yeah,
think it was
before.
we started talking in 2021 because I
Mhm.
think the first book she arced for me was Morally Ambiguous,
Okay.
right? I think,
Yes,
yeah,
it was.
yeah.
It was.
Oh,
She
wow.
wasn't living in the US yet. She was in Austria. So that shows how far and how the book world really does connect people because she was in
That's
Austria, I was
amazing.
in the US. We were on completely different time zones and we still managed to talk all the time.
That's amazing. That's amazing. It's really incredible to think how much things have changed, even from like when I was young. I mean, we didn't even have cell phones when I was in high school. Not to age myself, like we didn't even have. Did Jenna? You had cell phones in high school. You're a little
Yes,
younger.
I think I got
Yeah.
mine like in middle school, but it was like that
Oh my
Nokia
God.
brick like situation. I remember it had like a dolphin cover on it that I got to pick.
Oh my
So
gosh. I bet you guys had cell phones in high school too. Now I just really aged myself, I
Yes,
think.
I did.
You did?
I
Oh
had
my
it in high
God.
school. Yeah. But it
It's
was
so
like closer to
weird.
like senior year because I'm
Oh my God.
43. So it was like closer to senior
Okay,
year that I ended up getting in high
we're
school.
not far from one
No,
another then. Okay. Oh my gosh,
we're
that makes
not.
me feel better. I was like, it's so weird because like you don't think that you're getting older when you're getting older. Like I still feel like it's so weird. Anyways, well, okay, moving on from that one. Okay, so Jen, what do you write? What's your genre? What's your jam? And do you read for her too,
So
Veronica? Do you do arcs or anything for her? Or beta or
I don't read for her anymore because we've been so busy,
you
but
guys both can't because you're
I
too
still
busy in
do.
your own. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yes. We both write a lot.
Yeah.
And I write dark romance, very dark romance.
Okay.
And I'm most known for my dark Omega verse.
Okay. Yeah.
And I'm currently like
Oh, we lost her. Let's see. Oh, she's back. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. She's back. She's back.
Okay.
Are you
am I
there?
back? Oh, there I am. Yes.
You're back.
I keep like going away. So most specifically the Unhinged verse, which is a series of standalones. So you get scent matches and you get auctions and you get just really awful things and mental health stuff that happens as well. So I'm really known for my mental health rep and neurodivergence and things like that with my omegas. And I'm starting to like branch out. So I think I'm just gonna call my universe the Genverse and call it good because it's a universe that continues on into different series. So, but it's all interconnected. So seeing those Easter eggs are what readers most
Yeah.
like. So when they see they started mapping out where they find the next like comment about a character, and they're like, oh my God, are they going to get a book? Are we going to hear more about this person? So I get messages all the time about that, and like people trying to figure out what that next person's story is going to be. So that's fun.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And so how
But Not My Sin is the most one.
so you both write dark.
Not My Sin is definitely the one everybody knows.
Not, yes, not my sin. Yes, definitely. That's the one we announced you with too, because we're like, this is yes, definitely.
Mhm.
So you both write dark. So what do you consider dark?
Oh,
Like
that's a
what?
tough question.
Oh,
Hmm.
that
Uh,
is that is.
I think for me, I've written in both types where dark is within the relationship and outside of the relationship. So I would say both
Mhm.
can be categorized as dark. But at the same time, I feel like everyone it's very subjective.
Hmm.
And
It's very
everyone,
subjective.
when they look for dark, they kind of like have this. Some people just don't like when it's dark within the relationship, but they want the darkness to kind of like affect the relationship and make it stronger in a way. But then there are those that actually like the darkness to be in the relationship. And I feel like that is, I mean, you can find anything for everyone, which is really good.
Mhm.
That's awesome. Yeah.
And I would absolutely agree with that too. It is subjective. I've had people tell me that my books can be pitch black, and I'm like, where? I don't know. So I really think that it does like depend on the person, you know. Um, I I always say that I'm like the happiest person because I get to unalive people in books. So I get to, get rid of all my angst that way. Like I'm happy because I get to
Right.
torture people in my books. So it works. But there's a lot of like darkness that way as well. And sometimes I'm really mean to my female characters, right? Like it's just the way that things work. I'm a pantser, so I literally just go where the book takes me.
Oh, that's good. That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
I
But you
gotta
kind of
have the
work out.
balance though. When I do the dark romance, then I need to read like a
Mhm.
sweet, fluffy one after that
Oh
because I'm
yeah, me
like, I
too.
You
can't.
see, I don't read dark romance at all, and everyone, when I tell them that, is so surprised. But I just like it's not my genre. My reads are usually comfort reads, like very kind of like cozy, that type. But somehow every
Historical
time
reads. That's what she writes. The
I
Tommy
Yeah.
only
I
Rippers.
love.
The
yeah,
Body Steppers.
I only read historical romance and maybe kind of like old school type of like Harlequins. I love Harlequins. And I don't read dark at all. And I always want to try to write a cozy kind of like, that type of like comfort read. And somehow they turn dark, and I don't know how. I literally don't know how.
That's
Mm.
hysterical. That is so funny. So do you like are you like Jen? You kind of like go with the flow as you're writing, or do you have it all planned out?
So you see, I start with a plan and I tell her all of the plans, and then suddenly I'm like, oops, it's not going that way.
She's like, wait a minute. This is not the way
You
I
She
thought it
has
was.
good
that
intentions. There are good intentions laid out, and then and she's one of those people who will delete things. And I'm like, oh, you're giving me anxiety. You're deleting things. And she's like, yes, it's not right. And she starts like deleting like 20,000 words. I'm like, you're killing me. What?
Oh my God, yes, I did do that. I did do that for my previous book for A Sins and Sacrifice. I remember I wrote like about like 20,000 words, and I was just like, I'm not feeling this. It's not, I mean, I did like what I had written, but I was not feeling the direction of the book where it was going.
Mhm.
And to be honest, for me, everything is about kind of like a gut sensation. If in my gut it feels right, then that's it. But if it doesn't feel right, then I have to just like spend days brainstorming, and then I'm sending Jen like thousands of voice messages. I'm like, I don't know what to do.
Wow. So like voice text, so like on Facebook,
Yes,
Facebook
yes.
Messenger. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's so
Mhm.
great. I do that all the time with my girlfriends. It's amazing, like you were saying earlier, how you can be friends with someone kind of across the globe or through the book community, Um I think Facebook Messenger has made it so much easier with the voice text,
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
great.
Even
So
through Instagram too. That's how I've met some of my really close friends. We met through social media, just on
yeah,
Instagram.
they've got a decent chat there too, right? Instagram.
Yeah, you
Mhm.
can voice message on there.
I know TikTok didn't for a while. I don't know if they've gotten better or not, but um, that's cool. That's super cool. But yeah, so okay, so all right, so we talked about your genres and your books, right? How did you start writing? Like, how did you guys get? Where did it all come from? Did you set out to write from a young age? Did it just kind of fall and you were doing
For
something
me, I've
else?
I've kind of like always written, but uh, I have a lot of like files that are on my old Dropbox, and whenever I go look onto them, and I'm like, oh my God. Uh, I was starting books, but I wasn't finishing them because I did not have time. Like with college and everything, I would get the ideas, I would write summaries, and usually because I am very much I need to be entertained by the story as I write it. I cannot have everything laid out at once. So it has to surprise me as well while I'm writing it. And when I
Right.
write out a summary, I like I'm one of those people that cannot go by an outline and just like write whatever is there. I just like it takes out all of the fun out of it for me. So yeah, I never finished a book. The most I've written, I think, was about like 50,000 words in like 2016. And then the COVID happened, and I was doing my master's,
Yeah.
and I was at home because everything was online on Zoom, and I was doing my dissertation, and it was in human trafficking. And I don't know how the idea came to me. I should write something like, like a story about something like that. I was calling it, research. I mean, it was one more reason for me to procrastinate, basically, if you think about it. Because yeah, I was delaying writing my dissertation so I could write what was technically, oh, there's still like, like underground world, mafia. There's still like, this illegal aspect of crime in it.
Hmm.
And that's how my first book came out in 2020 in November, Morally Corrupt. And then I'm actually not even sure how it happened because that was the first time I had finished a book ever. And I just like, I was on a flow. Like, I started writing the next one and then the next one and then the next one, and it just went on and on. And now I'm just like the type that once I start something, I cannot not finish it. So that's why I only write one book at a time, even though sometimes it takes me a long time to do it. Because yeah, as we said, I have to really mentally feel that the story is going in the right place. So sometimes it takes a long time. But yeah, I start it, I have to finish it.
Okay. And so, but it's okay. But how did you start writing? So, like, you said you were in college, you were doing a dissertation on
So
human
this is how I
trafficking.
start. Yeah, this is how I started writing my first like full-length novel. But I
Okay.
started writing way before that. And at first, oh my God, this is going to be so embarrassing. But
Oh, we
so
want to hear it.
So when I was in middle school, I was reading a lot of like mangas and manhwas. And if anyone's read any like um, early 2000s Korean manhwas, they're very much dark romance. There is a lot of like bully trope and everything like that. And I was eating it up. And I was like literally like 10, 11.
Oh,
And
wow.
yeah, in my head, I was like, oh my God, I need to do that too. The only issue is that I cannot draw. Like, I tried to teach myself how to draw, and I was like plotting, my own manhwa and trying to think of like ways to do it. But yeah, it did not work at all. And then slowly I moved from like the images, easier for when you're young and it makes it more exciting, to like actual books. And that's when I kind of like started again writing. And this is again, don't do this, guys, don't do this at home. But I was in high school, and I literally was in the first desk next to the professor. I would put a stack of books like in front of me. I would have my phone out, and with one finger, I would type out during classes.
Oh.
Yeah, don't do this. Don't do this.
Wow. All right. Well, it amounted to something, right? You have your books in bookstores.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah,
Worked
that's
out in the
good.
end.
Worked out, yeah, for sure. All right, how about you, Jen? How did you start?
I I started I used to read a lot when I was a kid. So like my first books were like age 13 Anne Rice. Again, don't do that. Um
Aged and Rice, yeah. And Rice,
yeah,
yeah. A
all
legend.
through middle school, like all Anne Rice, Stephen King, eating all the things. I started in dark romance, I guess, if you're thinking about it, like lots of romance. And then in 2022, March of 2022, I decided I was going to write a prologue. So I had something that was like weighing on my mind. I had to write it. I wrote it before bed. I showed my husband. And I'd been doing a lot of alpha beta reading, but I didn't think I could do it. Right. So I showed him the prologue and he read it and he said, "This came out of your head." And I said, "Yes." And he was
Oh,
like, "Well, then
oh,
obviously you have to finish it." And
oh.
my husband is one of those people who is like so supportive of anything and everything. Like you have a dream, you go for it, but you have to finish it. That is the rule, right? It can't just sit unfinished. So that's where Unwritten Truths duet, which was my debut, came out, which was Living Words. And she was neurodivergent, and she had ADHD, which I have. Um, and she also was very young. She was in a really bad relationship, and she was figuring out how to leave him. And that was the first book, and I wrote it within a month and a half. So it went very, very quickly.
Wow.
And then,
How many
yeah. So,
words?
and then it was just,
How
fixing
many
up.
words?
It was 130,000 words.
Holy
Wow.
cow. Wow.
So I write very quickly in general as well. Like I write 4 to 5 thousand words every single day. That is the count that I end up hitting. So I will write a book now a month, and it'll be anywhere between 130 to 150,000 words. And then I stockpile books, and I try to stay at least 4 to 6 months ahead of my schedule now because I release every month to every other month for books. So that's how I started.
Wow. And you're
Hmm.
KU. You're on KU.
And
Yeah.
KU. Hmm.
Wow. Wow, that's crazy. That's impressive. How many books have you written now then, Jen? You said you started in 2022, right? So
Uh-huh. And I'm at about 30 right
That's
now.
crazy. That's a
that's
lot. That's
insane. Well
awesome.
done. Congratulations. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Holy cow. And that's awesome that your
Yep.
husband's so supportive too, it sounds like. That's awesome.
He is.
Yeah.
He's a stay-at-home dad. He runs the kids to school. He, makes sure that they all like went to bed and everything, so I wouldn't have to worry about it. No, he's amazing.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Wow. Okay. So do you guys have anything that's kind of like uh unique or interesting about your writing style or method or approach? Like, for example, on a recent live we did with Heather K. Carson, she goes outside and writes her whole book by hand. Like she writes outside by hand, then she types it all up and goes from there. I blew my mind. I'm like, I can't imagine someone writing an entire novel by hand. That's what she does as her first draft.
I
Do you guys
wouldn't be
have
able to
anything?
read what I wrote. I'd be like,
Me
what is
either.
that?
I wouldn't either. And I wouldn't have the patience to do either. I'm so much quicker typing, you know? But do you guys like have anything that like where maybe you write listening to music or you write on, it's just something different, or is it just are you at your office and your computer, or like how do you get in the zone? I guess is my
But
question.
for me, it's a bit different because I have pretty bad ADHD. I
You
mean,
both have ADHD?
and Jen knows because I tell her I
Oh
want to
my
write, but
gosh.
then what do I end up doing? I end up watching like the weirdest shit online, and then I send her videos and she's like,
And then she sent me videos and reciprocity with me.
and
Oh my gosh. You
but
guys, your voice text back and forth must be a lot of fun between the two of you.
Yes.
the main thing
That's
for me
awesome.
when I'm writing is that before I can actually like type it out, it has to be well thought out in my head. So sometimes I have a lot of roadblocks because I really need to have everything feel right and be in place. And I've recently also started doing dictation, which has been quite fun. But yeah, that's my main hurdle, that everything needs to be like in my head. The story has to be mapped out before I write it out, and that takes time.
Yeah. For how do you map it all out? Do you like have a whiteboard? Do you do sticky notes? Do
Oh no,
you
just I just lay in bed, close my eyes, and dream of it.
Okay, that's awesome. I actually knew one author who told me something similar. She took a year off of writing and she just went in like a dark room and put a pillow over her head. And she just thought, I was like, but why the pillow? Like I just, but that's okay, whatever works, right? Whatever gets you into that, that creative flow. So like, do you go through a lot of editing? Do you have beta readers? You obviously have ARC readers, right? I
Yes,
imagine.
I do have beta readers. The thing is, because everything goes through my head first, there aren't usually a lot of edits, like content-wise. Grammar, punctuation, everything else, yeah, that's at the end. But story-wise, I just like that's why I can't write until it feels right. And when it feels right, it just like it doesn't really need a lot of like going into, I don't know, like corners, deleting stuff. So that's why when I deleted those 20K words, it was at the very beginning. And I was like, yeah, no, this is not the direction. I need to
Yeah.
recenter.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Wow, that's impressive though. That it just kind of comes together and then there you go. That's pretty cool. You know, that's awesome. Um, okay, so we have a question for you, Veronica, actually. What are your favorite historical romances since you read historical
Oh
romances?
my God. So one, I don't have, because there are so many, I don't have a book specifically, but I will say authors. Stacy Reid, she's one of my favorite kind of like newer. Lisa Kleypas, of course, she is kind of like an OG. Uh, oh my God, Teresa Medeiros. I don't know if I'm pronouncing the names right. So I started reading historical romance when I wasn't actually like really speaking English. So if you hear my pronunciation with like these names, it's how I kind of like convince myself that they pronounce in English.
That yeah, that makes sense to me. And you're from Austria originally?
Now from Romania.
You're from Romania. I'm so sorry. I heard Jen say that you were in
I
Austria
live
at
in
one point.
Austria. Yeah, I no longer live in Romania. So I live in Austria with my mom during the off school season. And then during the school season, I'm here.
Oh, Australia, not Austria.
Austria, Austria, no,
Oh,
Austria.
Austria. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. I'm so sorry. I got it wrong 3 times in a row. There you go. Oh, well, and there it happens. So Romania, that's cool. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Um,
I mean, I did not start speaking English. Like, I would read and I would watch, I would consume English content, but I did not actually like speak with people who were native speakers of English until I was like 18, 19, and I went to college in the US for the first time. And that's when I was kind of like forced to do it. And I remember being so like, oh my God.
wow, that's awesome. That's so cool. So Jen, have you ever been to Romania at all since you guys are buddies? Or
I have
just
not.
Australia? Do you
I did
guys
get pictures.
yeah.
I got pictures. I get pictures when she's on her trips and stuff. So she sent me horse-drawn carriage like pictures, and she's
Ooh.
like this, yeah. Remember? I was like, this is what working life looks like. She'll send me pictures when she's out and about as well, and so like I'll be writing. I actually write on my phone, so I write exclusively on my
Okay,
phone,
well
not on a
that's a
computer.
cool thing to know.
So
That
I
fits in with what I was that's what
Wow.
I was trying to head.
yeah.
That's good. Okay, awesome. Yeah, so you write on your phone.
Yeah, so I write only on my phone, and one of the in Google Docs. And one of the reasons why I do that is because I have 3 kids, and I'm like going around with them, and this allows me to be able to work wherever. And I listen to music, so a lot of times I'll put my headphones in. My husband's driving wherever, and I'm sitting here writing away. And I think that's one of the reasons why I can hit the word counts that I am, because I jump in and out all day long. So like sometimes I'll stop in the middle of a sentence, walk away, and then try to remember what I was writing when I come back. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, this is what I was trying to do. And then towards the end of a book, I will dream entire scenes. And I don't know if anybody has told you this, but when you're dreaming your book, it's not actually relaxing. Like, like the whole chapter is being laid out in your brain, and your brain is working overtime, and it's not relaxing. And I do not sleep well, so I wake up and I'm like, fine, I will write about you, jerks. And so I'm like, oh, no, not writing because they torment me toward the end.
I've
Like
heard about
I'm
that.
writing a hockey romance right now, and they still
I've
torment me.
heard.
I'm like, y'all are rude.
Yeah, no, I've heard that a lot of authors feel that way, like their characters talk to them, and it's like
Mhm,
they're demanding space, and their time to get it out on paper. So that's
mhm.
incredible. So do you read while you guys write? Do you actually read other, like you do the historical romances? I imagine you probably can, Veronica, because I hear a lot of authors say that if they are reading while they're writing, it's not the same genre. Um, so or no, when you're writing,
I
you're
mean,
just
since
writing.
I don't really read the dark, and I actually don't really read fantasy either, uh, it works out for me. But I've been in a reading slump for a really, really long time, just because there have been so many things to do. I just can't like really carve out like 3 hours to read. And I'm the type of person that once I start a book, I need to finish it. I can't just do like 1 or 2 chapters, put it out for later. No, no, no. It has to be like one and done.
Right. Okay. Okay. How about you, Jen?
Whereas
Yeah. Okay.
I can jump in and out. And I have found that when I am reading, while I'm writing, the words come faster, if that makes sense. And
Hmm.
somebody did a TED talk. I think it was actually Golden Angel who said that some of us do need to have that break where we're reading too, to like refill our cups and like get our brains,
Yeah.
moving. So yeah, so I no longer am like, oh, I'll read when I finish. No, like I have to do it in tandem. I do put myself into a book slump. My actual writing will put me into a book slump because I write what I wish that I could read. So
Oh,
I
yeah.
will. So yeah, so I'll jump from I'll jump to hockey, I'll jump to like sometimes like dark romance, but I'm always in a book slump looking for something that will draw me in.
That's good though.
Yeah.
No,
I
no,
always
no,
am
no,
like
no. Go
talk
ahead.
to
No, go
my
ahead. Go
go
ahead.
ahead. I was saying I always talk to some author friends. I'm like, these are the tropes that I'm looking for. Can you write this book for me so that I can have that in my mind and read it?
Mhm,
Yeah, I think that's great.
So
I love that
that's
authors,
fun.
a lot of authors, I think probably most authors try to write what they love, and I think that's like, I think that's kind of like the winning kind of strategy, right? Because like you're getting, that's really fulfilling that you're getting your story down on paper for yourself, but then also chances are if you love it, other people love it, right? And so it's kind of a
mhm.
win-win. So that's awesome. That's cool. What do you read? Jen, is the same genres as what you write, or do you read other genres too?
Yep. A lot of times it's other
Oh, really?
things. So I was like on an MM kit. So I was reading a lot of like straight like MM. And then sometimes I'm like, okay, I want to. I read an Emily Rath book. I picked that one up because I really wanted MM, and so I read her latest MM. Right now I'm reading a sweet romance because she's like this person's like the only sweet romance author that I will read because she's also like got a lot of emotion involved in her books too. So it really just depends on the vibes of the book and whether or not it's like the right time for me to read it.
Yeah, that makes
So
sense.
even if I DNF
What book
something,
are you reading?
I'm reading, oh my gosh, it's an Alina something book. She sent me an arc and I'm terrible with names. I will send you since it's a sweet romance, I will send you the cover
Okay.
because it's really, really good. She's got a whole it's like her Everett universe, and it's really good. And she has like romance with angst, which is the only sweet romance that I can read. Like it has to make me cry. And this one has made me cry three
Oh, me
times.
I love
too.
a good cry.
I think I
I
like
love a
it
good
then.
cry. I will read books that I've read before that made me cry because I'm like, I want a good cry, so I'm gonna go read this book
Mhm.
and I'm gonna make myself
Yeah,
cry.
I feel bad because sometimes my husband will come in and he'll be like, "Are you okay? Do I have to kill anybody? Like, are we reading? Are we writing? Or did somebody make you cry?" And I'm like, "I'm reading." He's like, "Carry on."
what
It's really funny.
one of my
I was like, "Why? Why
Yeah.
can't you write?"
one of my best friends, she reads books, like we'll start the same book in the evening. Like I'll message her. I'm probably 30% into a book and I'll be like, I'm loving this book. And when I wake up in the morning, she's finished the whole thing and I'm only like at 45%, you know?
I'm the
I'm
fast
just,
reader in the buddy reads too. So I've just stopped
are
buddy
you?
reading because I'm like, are you done yet? And I'm like on 2 books ahead and they're still reading the same book.
Yeah, yeah, she's like that, you know. So she told me the other night, she messaged me, she goes, have you ever read Where the Red Ferns Grow? Right? The famous, famous book. And I was like, actually, I don't think I have read it. And she's like, it's really sad. And I said, okay, you know, and she told me why it was sad. I won't spoil it here. And I was like, oh no, I can't read that. I can't read that. That's too sad for me. And anyway, so I wake up in the
I think I read it in high
yeah, it's a
school.
famous book, right? Famous. And I woke up the next morning.
Yeah, I read it in high
Yes.
school.
Mhm. And she said, she messaged me. She goes, well, I went ahead and read it again. I'm bawling my eyes out. And I'm like, she read the whole book overnight just to get that good cry in. And the next morning, she cracks me up. She's so funny. She made a deal with me recently and she said, I'll watch Invasion on Apple TV. I don't know if you guys ever watch Apple TV. It's one of my favorite shows right now. Hubby and I are watching it. It's a sci-fi. Let me go back.
I feel
Hold
like
on
I've
one second.
heard of it, but I feel like I need to see what it is to
I
remember.
love it. I love it. It's one of
I
my
don't
favorite
have
shows.
Apple TV. I did
Most
for like
everyone I talk to tells me they don't have Apple TV.
I
I don't
love
know.
Apple TV. Like
Yes,
it's my favorite. They make them like best quality shows, I feel like.
they are. They're solid. The plot's solid. The characters are solid.
Masters of the Air is like
mm,
literally my favorite show ever.
Oh, I haven't seen that. I'll have to check it
You
out. I
need to see
love.
it. It's so good, and it's actually like really accurate to history. Because they also did a documentary afterwards where they kind of like put side by side the scenes with the interviews from the actual like veterans that were in that team. So it was really, really good. I really recommend it. So to everyone, Masters of the Air, that actually inspired one of my books.
Masters of the Air. Okay, which
Yeah.
book did it inspire?
So
Maybe
I
I was
have a
thinking. Let me go
series
back.
called House of Creos. And the second book takes place in the 1940s. And yeah, that was inspired by, the whole kind of like airmen, Air Force during the Second World War. So yeah, definitely. I really
That's
loved
cool.
it.
I'll check it out. Yeah, I love it. We love it. We've watched. Oh my gosh, so many. Silo is great on there. The Bad Monkey is great on there. It's the golf one with Owen Wilson. Stick. That's great. There's just so many good shows on there.
I had it when Ted Lasso was on, and then when that
Oh,
went
Ted
off, I
Lasso.
canceled it. Yeah,
Yes, Ted Lasso's so good too. I just finished watching that. But my
I've
girlfriend, we made a
so
deal. Oh,
many.
sorry, Jenna.
No, you're good. There's just so many
We made.
streaming services to have. It's like
I know there's so
too
many.
many.
She was like, I'll watch the first season of Invasion if you read Red Rising by Pierce Brown. And that's not a genre that I typically read. I'm a romance
Mhm.
person. So I read like a lot of pararomance and urban fantasy and contemporary romance and dark romance and stalker romance and all that. And she's like, there's not a lot of romance in it. You know, it's more like a Hunger Games. And anyway, so I started reading that and I'm loving it. It's fantastic. It is like a Hunger Games kind of divergent, whatever, but it's good to read things that are outside of our genres too. Like I think even if you're writing as well, right, it kind of gets you an idea of what's going on out there. So, anyways, that's what I'm reading. We all talk about what we're reading. So,
I've just finished. What is it called? By Evelyn Lee. What is it called? I just finished Shadowed Obsession. He's like a PI that's hired to like watch her, and then he ends up like falling in love with her and stalking her. But he like also like will do her groceries for her and like check it off on her list and just like leave them, and he'll like cook for her and leave it there, and it's just so funny.
No.
And I'm like,
oh, I
can he
love
come
that.
stalk me next? Like I need. He'll do her
That's
laundry while she's at
that's
home.
sign me up. That sounds great.
Yeah.
That's
My
too
my
funny.
dog is back and she's very
Yeah,
needy. She's like,
let's see her.
give me love. Let
Yeah,
me
yeah,
see
we
if I
want to
can
see her.
get.
Show her.
Come on, baby. Come on.
She
And
knows.
that's Cece, right? We said Cece,
Yeah.
right? That's
Mhm.
her name, Jen. Okay, yeah.
Yes. I call her Poochie, but yes, it's Cece.
Do you have any dogs too, Jen?
She's probably gonna be mourning. I do not. I have a cat, and
You have
she
cat.
is not always nice to me. She likes to stalk me through the house, and her name is Pixie. And I actually
Aw.
wrote Pixie into a book into one of my last releases because
So cute.
she has a lot of attitude.
Thank
Like she
you.
can absolutely like headbutt you and love on you, and the next second she's like scratching you up like bipolar cat.
She's cute. Look at her, Cece. And you're bringing her to the book event, you said.
Yes, I mean, she's coming everywhere with me. I do not leave her with anyone. She is my
I
forever
understand that.
companion.
I understand that for sure. I have four little ones, and we never put them in kennels. We find ways to take them with us to Airbnbs or whatever, which
I guess
is
I'm
a
the
trip
only one here
before.
without a pet.
Oh, you'll get
I've
one
been
day
thinking
for
about
sure.
getting a cat one day because I'm single and live alone, so I have a really tiny apartment, so there's like no space to put a litter box that it would like be out of the way. So I'm like,
Hmm.
yeah, maybe we'll wait a little bit and see how that goes.
That
'Cause
makes sense.
Yeah, it's definitely a commitment, but they're so nice. Like it's just so like, especially with dogs too. For me, they're just the unconditional love. You walk in your house and they're just so happy. Doesn't matter if you left for 60 seconds and you come back in the door. They're just so happy you're there. Like your biggest cheerleaders. It's great. So, but Cece's gorgeous. Look at her. She's taking a nap.
Oh yeah, she's like, okay, now I'm comfortable because she was scratching my leg. She's like, I want attention.
Oh, that's so cute. I love that. So Hilton Lake Buena Vista, where we're having our events, right? So talking about the event a little bit, it's September 11th and 12th, 2026. It's at a Disney official resort, a Disney World official resort. I'm trying to find the right phrasing there. And it's within walking distance to Disney Springs. I don't know if you guys know that. Did you know that you can there's a
Hmm.
sky bridge, you can walk. Okay, are you guys
I'm
planning to go
excited.
check out Disney Springs together? Go to any parks or anything?
My
The two of
husband has
you?
already planned out that entire time. We're taking the kids over, and he was like, "I can do this, and I can do that, and I can do this with them." And I'm
Yeah,
like,
it's
"Yes,
great.
sir."
It's
he's,
great.
he's ready. But I live in like Tampa Bay, so it's not far from me at
Oh,
all.
Oh,
that's great. That's
So
easy.
it's an hour and a half drive. It's not bad at all.
Oh no, that's not bad. I'm about an hour from there, so I'm not too far either. And you're pretty close too, Jenna, right?
yeah, I'm down in Fort Lauderdale.
Okay. Okay. Well, yeah, it's
Like
not a
a
flight; it's a
three
drive.
3 hour drive, so it's not too
Yeah.
bad.
I
For
think
that,
Veronica has us
I'll
all
take the
beat.
train.
Oh, you? Oh, you're not? Or you are going to take the train?
And not
The
not
boat?
for this one. I took it.
Oh,
I've taken it for other stuff, but this one's like I'm gonna need to bring so much stuff. I don't want to to get on the train with all of it. So
Hmm.
yeah.
I'll
It's a
drive.
big deal. We have
Better though.
a fast, a high speed train now in Florida. It hasn't been
hmm
here very long, a couple years maybe, Brightline,
Yeah,
and
it's
it's kind
only
of
been
a
a few
big
years.
deal.
Well, just to go to Orlando now, they just opened that portion, but it's
Yeah.
really nice though.
It goes from
Very easy.
Miami up to the coast up to the Orlando airport.
hmm
And then it's going to go to Tampa. I don't think it's happened yet, has it?
Yeah,
Or I
No,
think it's going to,
definitely
yeah,
not.
it's going to go to Tampa.
That'll be cool.
They're supposed to build a stop
excited.
near my house, which is really exciting. We've been talking about that. Hubby and I. So that's cool. But you're coming from Australia,
No,
Veronica.
no.
No,
I'm in Chicago. I'll be in
you're in
Chicago.
Chicago. I give up. I give up.
So
Austria. It's not
she
Australia.
was
It
in
was Austria.
Austria.
Then Romania. Then I
It was
thought it was Australia,
Austria.
but it was really Austria. And
You
now
know
you're in
what? My
Chicago. I
plan,
give up.
so
I'm done.
so uh, if I don't, but my plan is I'm learning how to drive now.
Oh,
Yay.
Hopefully, by the
So
by the
excited.
time the signing comes, I will be comfortable enough to drive because that would be perfect even for me and little Switch over here. But if not, just like take a flight. But yeah, hopefully my goal is to learn how to drive because I've been saying that for years and it's never happened, and I need to.
It's a good,
But she's enrolling in classes. Like it's
that's
Yes,
so
happening.
yes,
Like
cool.
I'm getting
That's so
updates.
exciting.
It's happening.
I'm learning
That's so
those road
exciting.
signs. Okay, so I took the first step.
That's so exciting. So you've flown with Cece before then? So did you
Yes,
take her
yes,
everywhere with you?
yeah.
Wow. How does that go? Do you have her in a carrier? She goes under your
Yes, she
seats?
she goes under my seat, so she's
Yeah.
there with me all the time. She's actually been really good so
Okay.
far. There was only one time when they threatened to kick us off because she was barking at people, like small dogs, and they're they are very vocal. They like to make their presence known. So
Yes.
anytime someone would walk by her carrier, she would just like start yapping. And one of the flight assistants came over and she was like, "If you don't stop her, I'm going to have to make you leave." And we're like, "Oh, we need to find a way to make her stop."
It's tough when they get barking like that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And she just like with usually with strangers, that's why if she was any other type of like really calm dog, I would also take her to signings because she once she gets to know someone, she's really, really sweet. But otherwise, she's like, "You looked at me, I'm going to bark at you."
I had to sit on the ground. And so when I went to stay with her last year, I had to sit on the ground. She was able to jump all over me. She barked in my face 3 times and then decided that we were besties.
Well, there
So
you go.
Oh my goodness. You guys are a trip, the two of you. That's too funny. Well, and I'm excited that you're coming together for the signing. Both of you are coming
Yes.
to the
Yeah, I'm
signing.
excited.
Super exciting. Super exciting. What are you most, so other than obviously being in Orlando and Disney and Universal, what are you most excited about with the signing? Just meeting the fans or any of the panels or the ball or any of that jazz?
I'm excited for all of it. Like it seems like it's going to be really, really
It's
cool.
going to
Like
be
there's so
great.
much going
There's a
on that
lot.
I've been like trying to see all the things.
There's a
Yeah, I'm
lot going
excited.
on. Yeah. There's a Thursday night, there's a VIP meet and greet. Um, Friday morning, there's panels. We actually added another hour of panels on. I probably need to go update
Ooh.
Eventbrite so people know they don't know that, but we have panels at 8 a.m., 9 a.m., and 10 a.m. And then we have the general admission signing from 1 to 5, I think, on Friday afternoon. And then we have there's a red carpet because our theme is Hollywood Glam.
Ooh.
So we're gonna
Ooh.
actually have a red carpet. There's a cocktail hour for the VIP ticket holders, and there's a red carpet that the authors will walk on, and then the authors that are our panelists will be interviewed and do pictures and stuff. The VIP influencers, Jenna is going to be interviewing people on the red carpet, and then we have the big
So fun.
celebrity authors panel that night. It can hold like 1,700 people in the room or something.
Oh my gosh.
We're shooting for between 1,000 and 1,500.
You see, this
So
is what I'm most excited about. I can't wait to choose the dress and the shoes.
Yes, I'm gonna need
yes,
to go dress
yes.
shopping.
Yes, yes, yes. So Friday night we have the big celebrity panel with the red carpet, and then Saturday night we have the big Hollywood Glam themed ball, and that's really cool because we're actually going to do an awards ceremony in the middle of the ball because to feel like the Academy Awards, and so we're going to have
Mhm.
different categories of awards, and we're figuring out how we're going to vote on those. But authors and attendees will get them. So
Ooh.
like there might be a Miss Congeniality award,
Oh,
for the attendee that is like the most memorable, and we'll have a way to vote for that and stuff. So it's just something different,
That's
we're
fun.
just excited about it. We
Yeah.
really, really embrace the Hollywood glam theme.
yes.
So yeah. And that's why like the book event
Super
graphics all
fun.
have like the camera rolls on them and stuff in the background.
Oh, I love
Aren't they
those. They're
fun?
so fun.
Yeah, Holly Patierno designed those. She's on the FanGrrrl team, and she's also leading up all the influencers for the events. And she's done such a great job. Yeah, she's amazing. So, and if you like that, you're gonna love 2027's. 2027 is like not to talk about that too much because we're talking about 2026, but the attending author announcement is amazing. It's beautiful for 2027. And I can't say what the theme is yet because it's top secret.
Oh,
Uh, but
We'll
it's
get it out of
really
you soon
good.
enough.
It's really good. Yeah, so like 2026 is Disney affiliated. It's right next to all the Disney parks. And it's like a free shuttle from the
Hmm.
venue to all the Disney parks. And then 2027 is Universal related. It's only a mile from
Ooh.
Epic Universe, the new theme park. So it's all,
Which was
it's all
amazing. That
exciting.
entire place is
I've
awesome.
heard it's
Yeah,
amazing.
we
I haven't
went
been yet.
for one of my kids.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I went with one of my kids' birthdays. It was amazing. It was so much fun
Maybe
That's
to do.
by
awesome.
2027 it'll have calmed
Definitely worth
down a
it.
bit because like usually when a new portion of the theme
Oh,
parks
it's so
open,
busy.
the
Yeah.
Floridians are like, I'm not going there for like 2-3 years because it's
Yeah.
just
I
insane.
stayed on property, and because you stay on property, they opened the place up an hour early
Mm.
for you. So that
Oh,
was really
wow.
nice because
Oh.
we were able to go and see everything
Makes it
early,
worth it
and it
then.
wasn't overcrowded
Hmm.
because I don't like people.
same.
So if I got tired, I could go into the hotel, and my husband would go and like be with the kids, and I was like, I need a break, and he's like, cool, bye. It was
That's
great.
awesome.
So it was nice to stay on property.
Yeah.
Definitely
I'm just
perks.
excited. When I was thinking about doing the book events and trying to figure out where I would want to have it, it was just a no-brainer to have Orlando, especially like I'm only an hour from there, but it's just such a good location, right, for a venue because so many people are coming and making trips out of it. Like you said, your husband's planning a whole trip with the family. I mean, I think almost every author I'm talking to is planning
Yeah.
to do something, and then like some authors are coming on their own and they're going to meet up with other authors and go to the parks, before and after. So, and the cool thing is the room block, you can get the rates, not just for the 3 days of the event, but the hotel will give it to you the 3 days before and the 3 days after based on availability. So, and the rate's great. It's only $179 a night in the room
I
block.
know. It's so awesome. I was like,
It's
because
so
usually
cheap.
like they're always like 200 plus, and I was like, "Ugh, yes. 'Cause sometimes I have a
I,
cousin who lives in Orlando, so I'll stay with her for free. But I was like, you know what? I'll splurge and
oh,
stay
look at
on site
CC.
this time.
CC's so cute. Yeah, no, I negotiate. You have to you have to negotiate with the venues, So you have to,
Mm.
it's like I went back and forth for months to try to get that deal with them. So like, look at that. She's loving life.
So cute.
She's loving life. That's awesome. It's just exciting. I just can't wait. I'm so happy you guys are coming. And I'm so happy that you're buddies and you're coming. That's even better, the two of you. So, super exciting. And Jenna, you're going to be amazing there.
Yeah, I'm excited.
It's so good.
There's so
Yeah.
many good authors coming. I'm really, really hyped.
I think you were our winner, right? With the pre-sales for the tickets of the
I have no idea.
influencers.
Was I? I
Yeah.
don't,
Yeah.
did it?
You sold the most. Yeah.
Did I? I
Yeah.
had no,
Yeah.
this is news to me. That's
Yeah,
exciting.
yeah. We did early access tickets before official tickets went on sale. They're on sale right now on Eventbrite. But before they went on sale, Jenna did a bunch of content on a bunch of content. Listen to that grammar. She did content on Instagram, and she put her little tag of her handle, and we opened it up so all the different influencers had different tags. So when people got their tickets, they put in the handle, and we could see who was selling tickets. And Jenna rocked it. She did the most. So
I'm still like,
good
when
job for
people
her.
Congrats.
know who
Yeah.
I am, I'm like, why? I'm not that cool.
Yeah. No, you do great. You do great. You do cute interviews. You do great
Thank
content.
you.
You're awesome. I'm so lucky to have you with the group. So it'll be great.
It'll
So,
be
all
fun.
right. So before we sign off, you guys, any new releases coming up, Kickstarters? I mean, Jen, with you, a book every month. I'm sure you got something coming.
Can I
Anything?
go quickly through some of the questions in the
Yes. Yeah.
uh
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead.
I'll just like go really quickly. So this
Sure.
is on Facebook, and someone is asking me how long it normally takes to finish a book. Before, it would take me like kind of like Jen. Now, because of school and everything, I would say my sweet spot is 3, 4 months. But that's also because I write like really, really long books. So it's about like
Mm.
200K words a book. So of course
Yeah.
it's going to take a lot longer.
Right.
Another quickly, what tips would you give to someone wanting to write a story? Just write. And I mean that in the sense
Right.
that, and I think Jen can attest to this. If you write for enjoyment, that's the whole thing, as long as it's fun. Because the moment is not fun anymore and you're forcing yourself to do it, that it doesn't work. Like
Hmm.
for me, that's why I cannot force myself to write a book that uh for example, that I know might do well, but it doesn't really resonate with me. So I just write whatever makes me feel good. So I try to keep the enjoyment part and the writing part together. Let's see. Then on
Makes sense.
Instagram, really quickly on Instagram, a few
It's okay.
questions.
It's fine. I should have asked it throughout. Just jump in there if you saw a question. So sorry for that.
Someone asked what inspired Fairy Tale, and honestly, even for me, Fairy Tale was a fever dream. I wrote that book in like a month and a half, and I was literally just like, whenever I would wake up, I would write. When I would go to sleep, I would dream about it. It was like I was breathing Fairy Tale, so I can't
Yeah.
really tell you that there was something specific that inspired it. It was more like I was letting the story guide me. So
Mm.
she used to scare herself.
Oh
She used
yeah.
to write at night and
Oh my
scare
god.
herself writing.
In the beginning with
She was
the
like, Jen, I'm
gothic
scaring
theme, because
myself.
it was my first time writing like, gothic, and I was literally like, yeah, scaring myself. And then especially because what I do is I do it in my head, and then I quickly grab the notes app and I start typing out whatever like ideas I have. And then when I would imagine, I'd picture those like kind of like creepy scenes, I would scare myself, and I would need to have the flashlight on.
So funny.
That's
Uh,
funny.
Someone asked
She'd
what's the
scare herself.
Facebook group called. I wrote that in the comments as well. It's Fangirl Romance Rex.
Yes.
Uh,
Yeah, we
then
have a
someone,
few of them. So for the genre that Veronica writes, that's the romantasy, urban fantasy, paranormal romance group. And then for the
hi,
book event, we have the book event group. So like we put emojis in the names so that way it's easy since we have so many groups for people to like recognize. So the big group for what Veronica writes and also Jen with the Megaverse is has the kiss emoji. And then for the book event, it's got the purple heart emoji, and that would give you all the information on all the authors coming and more information on tickets too. And we're also on Eventbrite. Sorry, go ahead, Veronica.
good. Uh, Another one. When will you start a Michele story? I feel bothered without knowing what happens to him. I have not forgotten about him. I promise. It's just, uh, his story will be very dark, and in the sense that his mentality is very dark, and to be able to go to that dark space, I also need to be in a certain headspace, and I feel like for
Mhm.
a while now I haven't really been able to do that, because even though I've written kind of like darkish stories since Morally Ambiguous, because that's my darkest one, I feel like because it doesn't really have the perspective of the person that's doing the bad things, it's it's not that hard for me to get into the mentality of it. But
Hmm.
to access Michele's mentality, that really drains me. When I was writing The Prodigal Son, that was the hardest thing I've ever written, and I really, really need to find the time and the headspace to be able
He's
to
dark.
dive into that.
He's dark. He's a narcissist. He is just.
It's yeah, it's
I
very
love him.
hard.
I love him.
I mean,
I would say he's mine. I love him.
I think even as readers, yeah, people can kind of like get that, because it's very hard to read him. It's also harder to write him, because I have to live with all of those events in my head way longer than it takes you guys to read the book. So I have to spend months in that dark space. So yeah, that it's going to happen. It's going to happen. I promise. Pinky promise. Pinky promise. Okay. Uh, Someone was asking, was it manga that started the tail edition for Fairy Tail? No, not really. It was just like something that came to me, kind of like this. But if you want a really good manhwa from the early 2000s, I always recommend this one. You can find it online, I think. It's called Hot-Blooded Woman. I think it was translated in the early 2000s. It's like way older than that. It has bully, everything super great. What's my next book? That's Sinister, and it's coming in December. I'm trying to really hurry for these ones.
No,
Uh,
this is
it's
great. Yeah, good.
it's coming in December. It's going to be a gothic paranormal romance, same length as Fairy Tale. Is going to be thick one. Actually, have a copy here.
Ooh.
It's going to be a dark one, but again, this is the perspective of the heroine, and you'll also get a lot of art, because I'm working with an artist to illustrate all of the iconic scenes in the book. So when you get the
He's so
paperback, you
good.
also get for every like really, really kind of like even spicy scenes, although
Hmm.
because it's printed, like print on demand, I can't really do um not safe for work totally, but it's going to have some like really spicy safe for work stuff as well.
I
Yeah,
love
so
that.
that's the next one. And is Sinister a continuation of Fairy Tale or a completely different book? It's a completely different book. It's a standalone. So for everyone that is sick of me doing series, it's a standalone, so you can rejoice. It's not a continuation of Fairy Tale, but it is in the same world as my other fantasy books, and you will find one of the kind of like very important characters in this one. He is a main character in one of my other series. So you can look forward to that. You'll know him when you meet him. So let's see. I think I went through all of them. Yes. Thank you.
No, I'm so glad you did. I'm sorry I didn't ask earlier. I wish I had. I apologize for that.
My
Sorry for
next book
that.
is Retribution. That is the last book in the Unhinged Brothers series, and that is really, really dark. And arcs are going out at the end of the month for that, so I'm excited about that. I went through the triggers and posted them in my art group, and they were like really excited. One of them is grenade fishing. You can make with that what you would.
What?
I went to a dark, dark place for this. Yes. And it's like I loved her story. I loved writing her story, but it is dark, like very dark. I always have an
Okay.
HEA at the end of my books, but definitely I'm telling everybody check your triggers because this is one of the darker ones in the series. But I it's one of it's what I'm known for. It's also very heavy on the mental health as well because there's a lot of PTSD and stuff in that.
Right.
But I'm excited. It'll be good. And
Awesome.
it's funny because I've been teasing it for a year. Like I wrote an anthology piece about it for charity, and it's just been like people have just read it and have been hanging on for like 6 months, and I'm like, I'm so sorry, guys. You're finally getting your story now. So.
That's awesome.
I've been edging people for 6 months.
Edging people. Oh goodness. So anything else that you guys wanted to say before we end? We good? All
See
right.
you
All right.
everyone at Book Harvest.
Yes. See everybody at Book Harvest, and I'm excited for FanGrrrl as well. So it'll be good.
All right, you guys.
I'm
Thank you so
excited.
much. I appreciate you guys doing this so much.
Thank
It's been
you.
awesome. All right. Okay. Bye.
Bye.